no to overreaching CIA practices. I said no to the military intelligence swamp that hurt President Trump in the way that it did. My partner here said yes to violations of human rights and to criminal behavior. He said no to something. He said no to insert important policy position that he said no on that would help West Virginians directly. And then pretty much what Joe Manchin would finish off by saying is, here in West Virginia, I am for you, I am for the president, I am for getting things done. I mean, you could really spin this as a way to help the president here. And then here's what it would happen. Massive applause. Yeah, so now you get the idea. So that's pretty much where we are right now in this whole situation. I mean, this story and the memo put together by the 9/11 prosecutor John Durham is essential for senators to read and see some of the horrors that are really going on here. I mean, it's a dereliction of duty at this point. Even Claire McCaskill is on our side here. She's another one of those dinos, Democrats in name only here. Yeah, so here is what some senators have said on this so far. Last week, she said, Claire McCaskill, I have never in my life wished that classified information could be available to the public. Wish more that classified information in my life could be available to the public. So Senator Jeff Flake asked for the Durham report, which is the memo here, to be made available for every senator's review. Haspel herself, with recent testimony, has given senators a reason to fact check her. There was an internal investigation of the issue conducted by one of my predecessors, Mr. Morrell, who found Michael Morrell, who found no fault with my accusations and that my decisions were consistent with the obligations as an agency officer. But that did not happen. He said no charges, but there was some serious error in judgment. So there was some definitely some fault done there. So she's even misrepresenting that. So it's going to be a problem. So we're going to be keeping our eye on over time. Believe you and me. All right. So now we turn to our final story of the day. DC journalists, they're getting very, very rich off Trump. And pretty much what's happening is news journalists, they have always benefit from something called the Trump bump. And here's the thing. So it always remains true that Trump can remain an effective financial lifeline for the media. They can really push and help the bottom line. So I mean, press briefing room clashes and personalized insults from Trump himself have really catapulted individual journalists to greater prominence. So you got MSNBC and CNN hoovering up reporters from print and digital outlets who can break news in the Trump world, like Maggie Haberman, like Manu Raju of the Congressional Beat for CNN. I mean, being anti-Trump can make you rich without having to raise your standards of journalism, not actually having to cover the stories that people really need to know about. Just the hot gossip of the Trump era, which is again quite disturbing that this is being treated so well in our society here. Yeah, I mean, it can really keep you from having to do real effective journalism while really filling your coffers. It's a very tempting situation here. I mean, for example, information from Newsflash, it's carefully selected from top-notch journalists and challenged on air, like you saw me do today with the Gaza piece earlier in the show. So, I mean, it's very, very important. And a new BuzzFeed report suggests that these media outlets are turning all of these minor indignities into piles of money, while news outlets across the country are being sucked dry by Wall Street vampires. The going in Washington is good. Any savvy media type will tell you that the diversified revenue stream are essential in this tough environment, and that the TV contributor deal, which gives a particular network exclusive rights to reporters' on-air analysis, is meat and potatoes option for Washington reporters expanding their portfolios. As Stephen Perlberg notes in BuzzFeed, these deals can start or near at above the U.S. median household income of $59,000. So I'm going to put the emphasis here. Starting rates for a political reporter can fall between $30,000 and $50,000 a year. Top reporters can earn between $500,000 and $900,000 for the TV side hustles, and some seasoned pros, boosted by loyalty and multi-year agreements, make as much as $250,000, which is incredible for probably the easiest job in the world. Like, this has to be the easiest job in the world. Yeah, so it's just a big problem. So political reporters say that appearing on television isn't about the money. It's about getting in front of sources in a political environment where TV news is central to the ongoing conversation. Reporters, TV hits, reporters say, have become very key to their status in the White House, is the BuzzFeed report here. And they have been careful not to get too far ahead of their own reporting. Journalists have been reminded by White House officials like former communications director Hope Hicks that the president is watching what they say about him. So, I mean, that's something that's getting in the way of these journalists here. What the president says, the president's watching what they say, and then he might be mad. Oh, like, you know what? Okay, let's calm down here. The bottom line is, we need to keep an eye for the real journalists who actually care about speaking truth to power, and not the ones who are in it for the money, because those can just get the F out.